Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The few, the proud, the mighty. It hasn't even been 24 hours since we saw one another, but it's lovely to be together here on Shabbat. We're not done, of course, yet with our high holidays. Judaism has to really pack it in. We've got everything you could imagine just in the month of Tishrei. But we're really finally beginning to return to a sense of normalcy in our Jewish calendar with Yom Kippur now behind us. And really the Shabbat service in a lot of ways is very special because we start to get into our regular rhythm again. Now, of course, our next 2 Fridays will be special again for the holidays, and such is our Jewish calendar. But to ease back in after Rosh Hashanah and Shabbat Shuvah and Yom Kippur is really a special thing to do, and I'm glad we can be here together for it. Before we go ahead and light our candles and formally welcome the Shabbat, we will share in some good news. So per our custom, we will pass around this microphone and we'll sing together in words of Psalm 118, Hodu Ladonai.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
I just started my first full-time job at the Cloud Library, and I really love it there.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
I got to have my dad with me during Yom Kippur.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
I got to be with my daughter for Yom Kippur, and she took me to a beautiful service and a very warm and welcoming congregation.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
Well, I'll share, or actually no, let me turn to you and then I'll share something. Do you have anything? Okay, maybe. Maybe it's good.
Jack told me not to share this, but a new Taylor Swift album came out last night, so it's a good day.
You can share.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
Look, this is tentative good news, and it's politically sensitive good news, but I'm going to take it. Earlier today, if you hadn't yet seen it, Hamas has indicated it is open to ending the conflict with Israel, and B'sha Tova. We don't want to draw negative, evil attention to this, but may it come to fruition and happen soon.
Hodu Ladonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasto, ki le'olam hasto.
Well, that's a lovely way to welcome Shabbat. Jack, by the way, I disagree with you on this. Clara was just fine to share about Taylor Swift. We'll go ahead and light our Shabbat candles. Craig, if you want to join me up here, let me get the starter candle for you that makes all the difference. There are actually 2 tricks for, this is the experts class here. First of all, the wicks can be trouble, but the best trick is don't bring the shamash to the candles, bring the candles to the shamash. That's the trick.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. All right, you said bring the candles. It works.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who has made us holy with divine commandments and commanded us to light the Shabbat candles. Thank you, Craig. We sing together.
Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
We turn to some of the liturgy from our Kabbalat Shabbat. We sing Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor nebedor echad, hishmianu olam yuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, v'shemu tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lekfu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haleacha. Merosh mikerem mesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech u'bi'ori. Uri uri shidaberi, kevod Adonai lifnila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bara, gam besimcha uvetzola.
continue with our Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'alma divrach cherutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala ba'agala u'v'izmahan kariv, v'meru amen. Yeheshme Rabba mevorach, ve'olam u'al me'al ma'ya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalahal, shmei dekudesha brichu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'meru, amen. We rise together for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la, ya-la-la-la-la.
Please be seated. We read together in words inspired by the Ma'ariv Aravim. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. And we sing together Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta. Al Kein Adonai Eloheinu, Beshobenu
close our eyes and focus as we continue with the Shema.
Which I command you on this day shall be in thy heart, shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou risest up, and when thou liest down, and when thou liest down, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, shall be for frontlets between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that he may remember do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
We read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
We sing those words that the Israelites sung on the shores of the sea, Mi chamocha.
Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha b'nei kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osei v'elei, Nora tehilot, osei Adonai, imnach le'olam va'ed.
turn to the Hashkivenu, the prayer for safety we recite in the evenings.
Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Leshalom. Ba'amideinu, Malkeinu l'chaim, U'leshalom, U'leshalom.
Continue with Vishamru, the Jewish prayer of TGI Friday. We thank God that it's Friday and we celebrate our Shabbat together.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotav berit olam beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash.
In a moment, we'll rise together to begin our Amidah prayer. You will notice a few extra words in a couple of slides on the second blessing. Thank you, Drew, for letting people see it in advance. If you notice, there are a few words here in brackets. One of the brackets includes words that we haven't used in our congregation historically, but they're actually the original words that were used in this bracha of the Amidah. So you'll notice in the brackets we have hakol on one side and meitim on the other side. And the original liturgy of this prayer was to recognize God as mechaye meitim, the one who brings life even to the dead. And early Reformed Jews, being a little bit more skeptical of these superstitions, took it out and switched to the nice, polite mechaye hakol, who gives life to all Slowly in our Reform movement, these words have started to come back, the original words. And if you look in our Mishkan Tefillah, in fact, you will see this exact edition, the options available. So we're going to try this out for the next number of weeks. And I invite you to pick whichever side of the bracket fits your theology, whichever works for you, whether you say Mechaye Hakol or Mechaye Metim, who gives life to all or brings life even to the dead. We'll use the words which work for each of us. So I'll invite you to rise, and when we reach that part of it, we'll see how the experiment goes, and we'll continue to learn together. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaKol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Ata Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatahal, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofech Oholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekahaye Memunato Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Mehelach, Melech Memit, Umechahaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Nata L'achayot Metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye Metim. Ata Kadosh V'shimcha Kadosh, Ukdoshim B'chol Yom Yalalu Chasela, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. We read responsively in a prayer of thanksgiving. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words. For the world around us so filled with beauty. For all these and more we offer thanks. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulcha na'eh lehodot. Continue with our prayer for peace. Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atah hu melech Adon, Lechol Shalom,
אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכל השלום, שלום רב, הישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, שלום רב, הישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שלום רב, הישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, שלום רב, הישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם.
We turn to our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach. Currently, our congregation is praying for Scott Bauer, Monica Bluestein, Sheila Boniface, Anita Call, Tsipora Franso, Allison Grimes, Lee Hampton, Richard Hassel-Bennett, Chip Holterhoff, Veda Houston, Jim and Betty Layden, David Rosenberg, Cecil Herb Shapira, Kelly Sebastian, Archbishop Chuck Smith, Charlie Spector, Lauren Yaffe, Joyce and Walter Yonka, Dale Waite, and Lori Zockham. If you have a name to add to that list, I invite you to do so as my hand passes over you. Continue with me, Shaberach.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bishemerach imotenu, v'kol habrecha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We take a moment now for our own private silent reflections.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Yehu le'ratzon, im refi le'eyon libi lefaneha. Adonai turi vegoali, Adonai turi vegoali.
Like I said, I appreciate y'all being here tonight. It's tough to show up the day after Yom Kippur ends, and something equally tough is asked of us in Judaism, which is we go through this incredibly rigorous experience of holidays in the first 10 days of Tishrei at the beginning of our year. Even our New Year's celebration, right? This is a Jewish thing. Even the New Year's celebration in Judaism can't just be happy and joyous. It's also got some solemnity to as we're preparing, as we're concluding, of course, the month of Elul, which is introspective, and preparing for Yom Kippur, which is, introspection, reflection of introspection and reflection. And this is the tough thing the Jewish tradition tells us to do, is that we are supposed to change gears almost immediately and engage in a different commandment, which is v'samachta b'chagecha. We are supposed to rejoice and have fun in our holidays and talk about a rapid change of mood that is called for by us. It's not easy. And for two reasons. First of all, I can't fathom that you want to hear too much more of what your rabbi has to say at this point, nor does your rabbi feel like he has much more of value to add at this point. You've heard a lot of my opinions lately, but also we've got to make this mental change. We've just gone through this very, very heavy period in the Jewish calendar, and I'm going to help us to make that pivot now and to transition into some more fun, upbeat sort of stuff. So tonight, instead of a sermon, we are going to review some fun and good news from the world. And I know I will have at least one. Actually, I know two in this room. People who will appreciate the first piece of good news, which is that. And I'm not an expert on all of these things, believe it or not. I haven't listened to this album, and I'm not going to listen to this album. But I know many of you will. So I have brought information from those who are more well-versed than I to flesh out our good news tonight. So as I am told as I read about this album, armed with bright melodies, bold beats, and referential lyrics, Swift takes shots at the industry and fame itself while swooning over Kelsey. That is her fiance now, right? That was a big deal. I missed it. Jack made fun of me. Swooning over Kelsey and the life they are building together. The 12 tracks are packed with takedowns of unnamed critics, wry odes to her beau, and hints at what the showgirl has her sights set on next. Have you listened to it? Have you listened to it? Has anyone else listened to it? Oh, so we've got a lot of people. Oh, you heard the album? But you're going to hear it soon. Maybe, yeah? I've heard it's a little bit more PG-13 than some of the other ones. Yeah, maybe? Okay. Again, didn't listen to it, not going to listen to it. That's what the news tells me. People are real excited about this. Most of the United States considers this good news. All of the United States undoubtedly will consider the next one good news. Police dog enjoys meaty reward for finding missing Massachusetts man. Can't hide his smile. Look at this beautiful dog. A Massachusetts community was delighting in the smile of their neighborhood community rescue resource dog after he got a meaty reward for his good deed. In the town of Avon, a known dementia patient went missing, and Cruiser, the golden retriever, cruised right to his location, tracking and locating him in the woods behind a school. The quote from Police Chief Bill McGrath in a Facebook post, "Cruiser can't hide his smile today." What's next? Oh, this will be fun. I know nothing about a lot of these, honestly, but the next one gives us an activity to engage in if we are so inclined. 2 newly discovered comets will be visible in October. The text on the bottom is, to see the comet Swan, which is the first one, face west and look up 23 degrees as of October 1st in the sky after sunset. According to NASA, comets are leftovers from the beginning of our solar system. I didn't know that. Around 4.6 billion years ago. They consist mostly of ice coated with dark organic material. This is why they're often referred to as dirty snowballs. Didn't know that, but you can check out some new comets this month. Let's keep going. Something I still know truly nothing about. The metal detector has gone off. Perseverance rover's find is a shiny new clue in the search for life on Mars. On our planet, such signatures are often the fingerprints of biology. On Mars, they remain a tantalizing maybe. Chemical traces that could point to life, or could also arise from purely non-living processes. Either way, they mark a departure from the chemistry that scientists are used to seeing on the red planet. So if you're one of those people who's really deeply hoping there's some kind of life out there, maybe this is the first sign that they'll find, I don't know, probably not like things that are talking, but cells, something like that, organic matter. This one, Jack, you're going to love this. Americans take home the nation's first gold medal in the Cheesemonger Olympics. I didn't know this was a thing. Beating out cheese stronghold nations like Switzerland, Spain, Italy, and of course France, D. Albero had to compete in 4 events: a blind tasting, the quote, perfect cut, a cheese sculpture, and a 100-centimeter square plateau centered around a theme. I actually don't know what the theme is, so I apologize, but if you feel so inclined, I'm sure you could look up the Cheese Olympics later, or Cheesemonger Olympics later, and find out more about it. Next one is actually serious. I mean, I'm sure that's serious for these folks, but this one should be serious for all of us. It's really very exciting. Women appointed Archbishop of Canterbury in a historic first for the Church of England. Sarah, I'm going to mess up how you say her name, but Mullally, I think, whose calling to Christian ministry came after a distinguished career in nursing, will be the new Archbishop of Canterbury, becoming the first woman to hold the role in its 1,400-year history. And she will become the spiritual leader of 85 million Anglicans worldwide. She's the first woman to hold this top post in the Anglican ministry. From my cursory research on this, the wisdom was heading into the selection process that while she deserved the role, there was no way the selection committee was going to choose a woman because there's still controversy in their church that women can even have the role as priests. So this is a big deal. If you've got folks in the Anglican church, Episcopals who you know, they're very excited about this. And we're not Episcopals, but I'm excited for them. Again, another serious one that's next, something really exciting. We can end HIV. Groundbreaking preventative drug to be rolled out for $40 a year from 2027. Generic versions of a groundbreaking injectable HIV prevention drug should be available for $40 a year in more than 100 countries from 2027. Unitaid, I think is how that's pronounced, and the Gates Foundation said Wednesday. So they have put in all of this research and manufacturing labor, and they are optimistic that they could actually start the process of eradicating HIV, which is, to think how fast we've come such a long way. Speaking of which, the bright side. Earth's ozone layer is healing thanks to international action, UN says. I think that blue is the healing ozone spot, but anything science on here, I'm the worst person to ask. The Earth's protective ozone layer is healing, and the hole should fully disappear in coming decades, the UN said Tuesday, hailing the success of concerted international action. A fresh report from the UN's World Meteorological Organization highlighted that the ozone hole over the Antarctic was smaller in 2024 than in recent years, and what it said was, welcome scientific news for peoples and planetary health. Imagine if we could do this with so many other things. This is, in a lot of ways, the model for international cooperation. We should be able to muster for 100 other things. It's nice to see the cooperation happen. Another really exciting health science sort of thing, Huntington's disease successfully treated for the first time. The data showed that 3 years after surgery, there was an average 75% slowing of the disease based on a measure which combines cognition, motor function, and the ability to manage in daily life. The data also shows the treatment is saving brain cells. Levels of neurofilaments in spinal fluid, a clear sign of brain cells dying, should have increased by a third if the disease continued to progress, but was actually slower than at the start of the trial. They quote, "This is the result we've been waiting for," said Professor Ed Wild, consultant neurologist at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery at UCLH. Quoting again, "There was every chance that we would never see a result like this. So to be living in a world where we know this is not only possible, but the actual magnitude of the effect is breathtaking. It's very difficult to encapsulate the emotion." And we have two fun ones to end on. I wanted to, I said I was going to make it, not heavy, but there's some heavy positivity here. This is just fun. Woman makes Wheel of Fortune history with $1 million grand prize. The woman, who is from Stamford, Connecticut, made game show history on Tuesday when she won the most money ever on a single episode of Wheel of Fortune. Her piled up winnings totaled $1,035,155 after she won the $1 million prize. I was actually shocked to learn that nobody had done that before. I just kind of figured it had happened, but apparently not. And she looks pretty darn happy. I don't know what I would look like if I had just won that. Probably similar. And then the last, the best, Chunk. You've heard about this one? A 1,200-pound bear with a broken jaw wins Alaska's popular Fat Bear Week contest. Anchorage, Alaska, the AP, Chunk, a towering brown bear with a broken jaw, swept the competition Tuesday in the popular Fat Bear Week contest. His first win after narrowly finishing in second place 3 previous years. So it's really, who's that actor who kept not winning the Emmys or Grammys or whatever it was? That's the one there could probably be a lot. The one I'd heard about was Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a real Leonardo moment for this bear. The annual online competition allows viewers to follow 12 bears in Alaska's Katmai National Park and Preserve on live webcams and cast ballots in a bracket-style single-elimination tournament that lasts a week. Chunk, officially known as Bear 32, beat out Bear 856, who doesn't have a nickname, in the final bracket, according to totals posted on the organizer's website. John, did you vote? Did you? No. Okay. Did any of you know that this was a contest? Okay, so at least a couple of you knew.
The reason that there's about a 6-foot, 7-foot falls there, so the salmon pool there trying to go up over that falls to go spawn upriver, and that's why the bears are.
That's why they have all the bears there for the contest. God, I see. I didn't do enough research to know that part. I will be sure to vote in this context next year. Maybe, we had the big campaign around the World Zionist Organization election. We might need a campaign around this election too. We'll see if Maury Willis will take on the chairship of that. That's all I got, y'all. Some positive news as we transition from the heaviness of Yom Kippur toward just pure joy and happiness and positivity for Sukkot and Simchat Torah and the rest of our year. We will turn back to our prayers, our Sidurim, or our screen, as we continue with Aleinu. I almost told you to rise, but I need some more explanation here. Post-High Holidays, we're trying out some new liturgy stuff because, there's a good time for this. For those of you who have looked in our Mishkan Tefillah, you would be aware that the Aleinu in the Mishkan Tefillah, if you look at page, I think, 282 and 283, they give us 3 different versions of the Aleinu. The reason for this is that the one on the left, which is the traditional one, has some elements that there are progressive Jews in the world who don't love it. It's what we would call a very particularistic prayer. It's very focused on the uniqueness and the specialness of the Jewish people and less so others with us. So many progressive Jews have opted to create alternative versions of this prayer. And that's what you have on the top right here. The top right is not a version that's in that book. It actually stitches together a couple of things. For reasons I can't wrap my head around, none of the versions in our Siddur have the same number of syllables as the original one. So you actually do change the music in all of the ones that they give us. It makes things more complicated. In the Israeli Siddur, the Israeli Reform Movement's Siddur, they have this first line here. So actually, if you look at lines 3 and 4 on the right, Asher bachar banu im kol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. This, I hope you recognize as being same words that we have in our Torah blessings, among other places in Jewish tradition. That would be sung with the same melody on the left in the traditional words. And then the, the 6th and 7th lines, Shehusam chalkenu le'ached et shemo, ve'gor aleinu l'hamlich malchuto. These are in our Siddur in the top right version, I want to say, of the Aleinu. So I've stitched these two things together so we can have the same number of syllables and not have to change our music around, because that would be a drag. It would be true. That's okay. Jack can make all the faces he wants. What we're going to try, and this is an experiment, and this is an experiment that may fail, and that's what happens with some experiments, is that I would invite you to read whichever version of the top half of the slide that you want. You can go with the traditional version on the left, or you can go with the more updated and universally friendly version on the right. And we will sing it together. The words won't land at the exact same time in the exact same way, but the tune will carry because we have the same number of syllables, Jack. We'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't work, we might try one and the other from time to time. And the rest after that, that's same old, nothing else has changed. So that's a lot of explanation. We will rise together for the Aleinu, and we'll give this a try. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, asher bachar banu im kol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato, shehu sam chelkenu leached et shemo, ve'gor aleinu lehamlich malchuto, ve'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. Please be seated as we prepare for our Kaddish. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds, so look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. This week, our congregation is marking the ArtSites, the death anniversaries of Jacob Baum, Sandra Budd, Bunny Kerwin, Sydney Ekman, Paul Felberbaum, Rachel Frazier, Elaine Infield, Susan Levy, Gladys E. Martindale, Eva Mum, Sally R. Rothman, Morris Stein, and Roy White. We're also noting the more recent passings of Jerome Menlevitz and Louis Friedman. If you have any other names to add to this list, those who you lost at this time in years past, I invite you to say their name as my hand passes over you. We rise together as a community for the Mourner's Kaddish, the Kaddish Yatom. Yit Gadal V'Yit Kadash Me Rabba Ve'alma Divra Chirute Ve'amlich Malchute Ve'chayechon Uve'omechon U'chayed Chol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Olmei Almaya Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitramam V'Yitnaseh V'Yithadar V'Yit'aleh V'Yithalal Shmeid Kudsha Brichu Le'ela Minkol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'Imru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'Mramav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Zichronam Livracha. May their memories all be for blessing. And together we say, Amen.
Say shalom in Roma, Uya say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom in Roma, Uya say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom in Roma.
Please be seated. Have some announcements this evening. On Sunday, October 5th, that is this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. If you are looking for something to do to fill your Sunday morning, and who isn't, right? Come join us in building our sukkah. There are so many different ways to participate and help out, from assembling. I hear it goes together more or less like a Lincoln log set, is what I was told.
The pieces are numbered.
Okay, so the real thing we need is not, engineering creativity. It's hands and people to help. So we will. Somebody said bodies. Yes, we need the bodies. So please help us. We also need help in decorating it and making it to look pretty. So give us a hand with that. Even if you just want to show up and have a cup of coffee and enjoy the company, we'll take any support we can get for it. On Friday, October 10th, we will have our service for Sukkot together, starting with pizza in the hut at 5:30 p.m. There's pizza for that, if it weren't clear from the name. I haven't been saying it, but I hope people have been figuring it out. So 5:30 p.m. we will have our pizza in the hut piece of this, and 6:30 normal time, we will begin a service out there in the sukkah. The sukkah will be extra beautiful this year. We bought AstroTurf to put under it, so we can really feel like it's almost like there's grass under your feet. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic. Saturday, October 11th, we have our Binge Club meeting. That's where we come together. You've heard of a book club where people read books. We're doing films and movies. So this month, We will be watching Bad Shabbos on Saturday evening, October 11th. So we'll watch the movie, and then we will discuss it together. If you haven't watched it yet, it's a great movie. I mean, it's all kinds of macabre, and it's wonderful. It's perfect Jewish humor. On Friday, October 17th, we will be gathering together here, not on Simchat Torah, but shortly thereafter to try to have a large community celebration of that holiday. We'll have a lot of guests actually present for that we're looking forward to. We're going to have some friends from our new partnership with the local Hindu community who are going to join us for that. We'll be unrolling and re-rolling our Torah scroll as is custom. It should be fun. If you've never been to a synagogue for Simchat Torah before, when you do this, it's worth being there. And Jack, you're doing something musical, he told me. I am. You told me that.
I am. We're going to have some guest musicians, and, well, you'll just have to come and find out.
Yeah, exactly. I like that attitude.
Dance music, apparently. So I wasn't here last year, so I didn't get to do this. This will be my first one.
So we'll have that. That'll be lovely. Wednesday, October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Here at Temple Sholem, we are kicking off something I'm very, very proud of for our entire Cincinnati Jewish community, which is a program series that's collaborative across 6 of our congregations. Let's see if I can name them. That would be a real accomplishment. Us, Valley Temple, Rockdale Temple, Adith Israel, Northern Hills Synagogue, and Beth Adam. I only have, can't do 6 on one hand alone, but all 6 of us are going to be creating a series of programs called the Z Word on questions of Zionism and Jewish peoplehood. A range of different topics. Each of the senior rabbis will lead a session, and each synagogue will host a session. Those will not be the same too, because the idea is that folks in the Jewish community will join across these and not just cherry pick the one that's associated with their community. There could hardly be a more important conversation in our Jewish community for us to be having together. I think I and many of my colleagues regret that we have allowed the progressive Jewish community to cede the conversation only to the louder voices. And we really want to make sure that progressive voices that are also lovers of Israel with all the complexity that contains begin to use their voices more. So I'm very proud of this. We are kicking off the first session in-house here, and I hope and I anticipate we will pack this room. One more announcement. On Sunday, October 26th at 5 p.m., we will have our Cincy Strings concert here. This is Nat Chaikin's quartet. Is this a fundraiser or just a concert?
Just a concert.
This is just a concert. So come, enjoy it. They play beautiful music, and it will be wonderful to have them back. As always, I'm grateful for all the folks that it takes to make this service happen. Drew, we wouldn't sound good without you, so thank you for helping us to sound good. Clara, thank you for adding your clarinet. Every week that you come and join us for this, I am over the moon. Jack, as always, thank you for arranging and playing and singing. And Marta, your voice is angelic. It's good to have you singing with us. And we, of course, have so many other people who aren't on Bima, but who help us out. Vatche, thank you for arranging our lovely Oneg and helping to set everything up, and MJ and Autumn and Samara and Jenny. Am I missing someone? I said that too quickly, so now I'm not sure. All of our folks are wonderful, and we're grateful to them, and we couldn't do without them. So with that, I am out of announcements. We will turn to our Kiddush and our closing blessings. We've got one kid who can eat some challah in a minute. I'm not going to police the challah. If you want to take that home, she could take the whole thing tonight. That's when you're the star. Just swimming in challah. We sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza banu, b'shabbat kodsho v'ava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemahaseh v'reishit, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, עם כל העמים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. L'chaim. All right, let's do our motzi. You ready? The most challah you're ever going to get. Ooh, you okay? So, if you want to put your hand on the challah there, and we'll sing together, Ha-motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. There you go. Enjoy that challah. I told her she could have it. I'm not a liar.
That's true.
Now, you might not appreciate that I told her she could have it. We turn to our closing benediction, the priestly benediction, and our closing song after it. Y'all can join hands as we sing. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God shine God's light upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift God's face toward you and always grant you peace. Together we say Amen, and we sing a closing song, Shir Chadash. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you guys very much.